Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. Hello, Miss Fonda.
Hi, good to see you.
Good. So obviously you're no stranger to doing animated films and voicing characters, but here you're playing the epitome of good luck. So what was that feeling like knowing that in previous times you played once a villain?
I playing a dragon named Babe, who is the CEO of the Kingdom of Luck, was an absolute hoot. It was so much fun.
When you take on these characters, obviously whether it's a voice character or live action, I like to think for all actors, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the game, there's a little bit of yourself in a character. How would you relate to the character you're voicing?
Well, she's a CEO, but she loves her workers. She goes down on the factory floor and very hands-on. She gives them pep talks. She lets them know she respects them. She makes sure that they do their exercises in the morning so they're bright and bushy-tailed. And she's a compassionate CEO. So that's one thing that I like to feel I would be if I was a CEO. What else? She's flirtatious. She's a little bit vain. Those are the main things. She's not afraid of power.
Mm-hmm. When you've been doing a number of things for a long period of time, it's called skill and practice, but then you never know when things come for luck. Is there an instance in your career where you felt it was more luck than skill?
Yeah, Monster-in-Law. I had been out of the business. I married Ted Turner and quit the business. I thought it would be forever, but it was 15 years. And I was 65. How do you come back to a business like the entertainment business at 65? And then this script out of the blue came along, and it was not a particularly good script, but it had Jennifer Lopez in it. And so we hired a writer to improve my character and Monster-in-Law.
First of all, you're Jane Fonda, so it's not a question about how old you may be. You want to come back, the doors are open. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. But, for the projects you've done, what goes into saying yes to whatever you want to do? To the projects that get offered to you or things that you may want to do?
When I was younger, I created my own. I went too long playing roles because I needed the money, to just because I needed to work. That didn't mean much to me. So I began to produce my own movies, starting with Coming Home, and then 9 to 5, and then China Syndrome, and On Golden Pond, and then a few more after that. But it takes a long time. I mean, in the case of one movie, it took 12 years. And I think the shortest time for me is 6 years. I'm 85. I don't have that kind of time anymore to produce my own movies. So I have to wait until they come to me. And so I wait. And I'm fine waiting. I have other things to do, like address the climate crisis, for example.
Whatever you do, it's always a pleasure seeing you on screen or hearing your voice. Keep it going for as much as you want to. We're here to support. Take care and congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hello, Eva. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Now, you're no stranger to having lead roles. I've seen your stuff on Broadway where you're dynamic. Here, obviously, you're doing an animated role. How different is it, reading all so many pages on the script for an animated role as opposed to theater or TV or film?
Great question, and thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate that. Well, in theater or when you're doing a movie, and mainly in theater, that's what I have more experience doing. It involves all of you, and I do everything I can to make sure that my energy that I'm feeling on stage hits the back wall, and so it feels big, and it feels super powerful, and I feel like that you have access to so many of your superpowers when you're on stage. And also you see people, like you get to get live reactions and play with people physically on stage, and it's awesome. And with the animation, it was a challenge at first, but it was really interesting to find a way to channel all of your energy into just your voice. Because every word, every syllable has to mean something, and has to be, you have to understand from just hearing it. Oh, that's what she means. Oh, that's how she feels. So it was a great process. Peggy and the team made it really easy for me, and I was really supported and encouraged to just find Sam as we went along. And yeah, we had a great time recording the movie.
When you play a role like Sam or any role, I like to think that, there's a little bit of the character in you, which makes it easier to say yes to taking on the project. What part of Sam is you?
I would say I try to find characters that I'm inspired by rather than like me, because I don't want to bring myself at all into a project. I think that is the image of a great actor who you can see them on stage and not even think about the actor. You're just seeing the character, living the character's life. But Sam, I just felt really inspired her because we were in the middle of the pandemic, and it's nice to root for a character and really hope that a character succeeds. And Sam is a kind of perfect person for that. She's extremely unlucky, but is infinitely optimistic, and that is something that I needed at the time. I was trying to find a way to feel like that in a time that felt really horrible and scary. So she really inspired me, and that's kind of what made me want to audition for the role.
When you think about luck, either at some point or another, you say it's because I already have the skill, or it just became a happenstance. What can you recall in your life that you think it was by luck as opposed to skill?
That's a hard question, because I feel like someone earlier today said it was preparation and then opportunity meeting together. That's like luck. I think that's what he said. But I always think you should be ready. Like, always. I really agree with that. And if you go for something, or if you really want something, it doesn't happen, it doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It just means that maybe the universe has something better planned for you. But I totally believe in luck. I don't think it plays everything. I think it might just be the cherry on top. If that makes sense.
You did well with this one. Congratulations on the role. Look forward to seeing you do what you do next. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.